I've talked on the YouTube channel about Lost Planet, guys. This was a franchise that I really did enjoy in a major way, and it kind of reminded me of a kid-friendly Gears of War title, having, those monsters and things of that nature, but it was a lot more like for really everyone, right? It was rated T for teen. It was more so just one of those games that was kind of for everyone, and they, everyone was able to kind of more so play this game, and the question that I want to talk about in this last segment of the show is, where is Lost Planet 4? I mean, what happened here with this franchise? Because it was doing really well, and I really enjoyed it as a whole. As a whole, this series was really good, and I would love to see a Lost Planet 4 come out at some point or another, but I think that you have to look at what really transpired here, and will we ever get a Lost Planet 4 in the future? So let's talk about it. This is, once again, guys, another game that was made by Capcom, and I think that one of the big things to me is, when you look at the totality of Lost Planet, you have to kind of look at the history here. Lost Planet 1 and Lost Planet 2 did really well as far as from a sales perspective, and really, hitting really nice numbers across the world, and, that's, so it kind of justified a Lost Planet 3. But here's what happened. Lost Planet 3 it got mixed reviews, guys, overall. And I think that kind of hurt this game, and it potentially could have hurt the entire franchise significantly, because Capcom had stated that Lost Planet 3 did not meet sales expectations. So number one, guys, typically, if you have bad reception on a game, that sometimes can kill a franchise. But if it's not that, a lot of times it can be the second thing, which with these companies, it all comes down to money at the end of the day. And if you're not getting good sales either, it's going to be really hard to see a continuation of the franchise. So where is Lost Planet 4 at this point? There's been talk, there's been rumblings that there may be a continuation of this franchise. I believe that it's a franchise that deserves to continue, but I think a company like Capcom is working on some of their other beloved franchises, that being like Devil May Cry, the new Resident Evil 8 that's coming out. And so at the end of the day, Lost Planet, I believe, deserves to exist. It deserves to be a game that continues into especially like the next generation of consoles. And I would love to see them try it out, to bring back Lost Planet, and give it another try. Lost Planet 4, I think, would do really well with the next generation of consoles. Even if you did like a free-to-play model, I think that could do really well. I want to see it come back, guys, because according to the reviews, as far as the reviews are concerned, guys, The Escapist says a solid third-person shooter that is marred by some repetitive gameplay elements and a lack of depth with its mechanics and story, which is really true. It was kind of like repetitive gameplay elements. So I think that in Lost Planet 4, I think that they could really expand upon those things and change some of the things, but still keep it the core of what, made Lost Planet so great in the first place. And then Lost Planet 3 sold 27,503 PlayStation 3 copies on the first week of being on sale in Japan, the lowest sales debut out of the numbered installments of the series. Capcom described the game's sales as below expectations, due in part to intensifying competition in the European and US markets. So look, I think that Lost Planet 3, I also think they didn't do a really good job, that being Capcom. I didn't think they did a really good job with promoting Lost Planet 3. I thought they did a great job with the first Lost Planet and even the second Lost Planet. But the third one, I thought that it just wasn't that great as far as the marketing was as a whole. And yes, there was stiff competition. But I think if you did it right, Lost Planet 4 absolutely should be coming out at some point or another in the future. I think that they should try it again, even if it's like a free-to-play version and something where it's like just multiplayer with like, kind of like some side missions or something that you're able to kind of play with your friends. I would love just something to come back in the Lost Planet universe. So where is it, guys? Came down to Lost Planet 3 not selling very well and also having bad reception. And that spells disaster for any franchise out there. But let me know, guys, Would you guys want a Lost Planet 4 to come out at some point or another in the foreseeable future? Or do you think that this franchise should just stay as a trilogy? Let me know. And for more Lost Planet 4 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.